So Dave, what's the verdict?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So that's the Hairy Bikers Spanish sausage and butter bean casserole with couscous. Welcome back, below average wild camper, and I'm out again with my dad over the hill wild camper, and it's what day is it? It's Sunday the 28th of January, and it's about 3:30 in the afternoon, and we're basically just chasing the weather forecast, aren't we? This is the least worst option. We're in the North Yorkshire Moors, and we've parked at Saltergate car park. Off what road's that? The A17?
169, wasn't it? We were on the 171. And then we came off the 171.
Anyway, it's the road that you'd go like to Scarborough. So like I said, North Yorkshire Moors. The weather's not bad. It's not forecast to rain until the morning, and the wind isn't too bad, but everywhere else it was very gusty, so we thought we'd do this. And we're going to, well, we've just walked past the Hole of Horcum, and we're going to Skelton Tower, which is already a very well documented wild camping site, and we're going to do a Trangia Masterclass. So we're not far away. We're probably only about a mile away from it now, so once we get there we'll show you the tower. Well, as you can see, we've got the Skelton Tower, which is a 2-storey building. There's not much, no, there's a tiny bit left of it. There's no roof and there's 2 sides missing, but it was built in about 1830 by the Reverend Skelton, who was the rector of Levisham. And he built it as kind of, I think they said like his hunting lodge, or where he came to like relax, have a few cans probably with his mates. So we've pitched, so we'll be a bit sheltered from the wind. Not that there is much wind. So again, I'm in the Trailstar. My dad's wrestling with his Durston. But yeah, it's a lovely spot. Right, well, as you can see, we're all set up. So my dad's just made a couple of coffees, and we're eating a freshly made cheese scone, courtesy of me mum. So we're going to set the camp kitchen up, and then we'll have a Trangia Masterclass, and it's going to be a Spanish sausage and butter bean casserole. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. We will.
We certainly will.
Right, so as I said before, we're going to do a Spanish influenced sausage and butter bean stew or casserole on the Trangia. And so what we're going to do first of all is we're going to saute. I'll just put my head torch on so I can see what I'm doing. We're going to saute 1 red onion and then some pepper for quite a long time, and then add some garlic. Then cook the garlic out. Then we're going to hoist some pancetta in for a bit of salt. Then I've got 6 Italian sausages, but we're doing Spanish, but that's all I could get. It's near enough though, it's not that far a distance. This is from Spain. It's like France is in the way, isn't it? But anyway, I'm sure they'll work fine. So 6 Italian sausages. Then we'll cook out some tomato puree. Then we'll add some red wine in a can, and we've got one of them North stock cubes, and then we've got some spice, which is paprika and some chili powder and some, well, you meant to have muscovado sugar, but I didn't have any, so this is light brown soft sugar. Then we're going to add a tin of tomatoes, well, half a tin, and then some butter beans, and then the final ingredient is some Worcestershire sauce, and that's it. So once we get going, we'll bring you back and I'll talk you through it. Right, so I've chopped the onion, so I'll put some olive oil in. And then we'll get that onion in the pan. To help bring the heat up, it's not too windy so it shouldn't take too long. Put the lid on the pan, and then I've got one of these like long thin peppers. I don't know what the difference is really. So I'm going to chop that up and put that in with it as well. So as you've just seen, I've got the red onion and the red pepper sauteing away. So I've just chopped up 2 cloves of garlic, and then we'll get them in as well. And we'll let that soften for quite a while with the lid on before we put any of the lardons in. Right, so that's the garlic, onions and pepper sauteed. Now we're going to put one of these packets of pancetta in. Again, pancetta is actually Italian, isn't it? But this is Spanish. But I think every European country basically has bacon, doesn't it? Anyway, that smells lovely. So that's like smoked lardons. So we'll cook them through, and then we'll get the sausages in. Right, so as you've just seen, they're cooking away very nicely, so I think it's time to put the sausage in. So like I said, this is 6 basic like herby sausages. They're Italian herbs, not Spanish. So I've cut them up into like nuggets, and then we'll cook them out for a bit, and then we'll introduce the spices and then the tomato puree. So as you've seen, the sausages have been cooking a while now. They're looking good. So I think we'll introduce the tomato puree and the Spanish spices. So I'm going to use, these are quite handy little they're like little pots of tomato puree rather than a tube. So we'll put about half of that in there, and we'll cook that out. And at the same time we'll put in a collection of spices, but it's only smoked paprika, some chili flakes. It's about 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of chili flakes, and about a dessert spoon of brown sugar. But if you can use muscovado, that's probably a bit better. Right, so we'll just give that a couple of minutes to cook through. So as you've just seen, it's all looking quite well flavoursome. So now I'm going to put one of the no chicken stock pots in, and then I'm going to put some Vinos in. It's a can of Merlot, which I think is quite a good idea. I'd imagine it'd be a bit lighter than them little glass bottles. I'm not going to put all that wine in. Let me Dad finish it off.
Oh, what a pity.
Okay, so that's the wine boiled off. It's already looking really good. So this is a carton of butter beans, and I've just drained them, and we'll put these in. I'm going to just be a bit careful to see how. Oh no, they've all gone in. There's still plenty of room. So we'll get the butter beans in. The next ingredient is a good glug of Worcestershire sauce. How much? I don't know. Maybe a tablespoon? Maybe a bit less.
Did the Spanish invent
Worcestershire sauce? Well, when I was at college in Gateshead doing the night class and NVQ level 1, I don't remember them ever mentioning Worcestershire sauce coming from Spain. But the hairy bikers, they use it, and that's who this recipe's from. Right, next thing, we'll put the tin tomatoes in, and that's everything in then, other than squeeze of lemon juice and some parsley at the end.
I think you'll be able to squeeze that in there.
Yeah, no, we've got a perfect volume. We haven't spilt over yet. So Dave, the washing up will be alright for you.
Oh, great.
Right, so we'll let that simmer for, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, and then we'll think about doing this couscous. Right, so that's been simmering now for about 20 minutes. So it's very much cooked. I've been doing so well, but I've just spilt over the side, so my dad's washing up task's just got a little bit harder. So what I'm going to do now is put in some lemon juice. This one does have seeds. And then I've chopped some flat leaf parsley. And then what we're going to do is make the couscous. So in there I've got maybe half a cup of couscous, and then we'll put a full cup of boiling water, put a lid over it, leave it for about 4 minutes, and then that's done. So I think we'll bring you back when we're dishing it up now. Right, so have you just seen we've just divvied it up. So Dave, what's the verdict?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So that's the Hairy Bikers Spanish sausage and butter bean casserole with couscous. It does taste Spanish, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Despite the Italian sausages. Yeah, really good. I'm eating mine out the pan just to save on the washing up. Dave's washing up. Right, we'll enjoy this, and then I'll maybe show you around in the dark. It's a fantastic place, quite spooky. I can see a couple of stars, so we must have a clear sky, but it's not cold at all sat here, is it? Right, anyway, I'll speak to you in a bit. Right, well, we've washed up, we've had another drink, took some nice pictures, like night shots. There is some stars, but the sky's it's not totally clear. There's a bit of haze, a bit of cloud, so they're not brilliant, but they'll be due for us, won't they?
They do, aren't they? There's some really atmospheric photography. Very good.
I must say though, thanks to the Reverend Skelton for building this, because it's a tremendous wild camping spot. Mm-hmm. But it was only built in 1830, and I don't know how it's managed to be in such a poor state, because it looks well built, doesn't it? Like the thick walls.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was actually intentionally knackered, or maybe, do you think?
I don't know. It certainly wasn't very big when it was inside. It must have been very small.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a great spot for wild camping, but we picked a Sunday night. I wouldn't fancy coming on a Saturday just in case you're unlucky, like, and because there's no booking system online. Anyway, we can't
book in advance.
No, you can't book in advance. So anyway, we're going to probably head back to the tents. I've had my gloves off all night and I feel totally fine.
I haven't. I've got mine on.
But he's an old man. So yeah, probably get in the tents now and then get settled down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right, and I'll probably see you when I'm in the tent ready for bed.
Night night.
Nighty night. Right, well, we're in our tents. I've actually had to take my jacket off because, like I said, it's very, very mild. And the wind's disappeared actually, so... But apparently at about 4 in the morning, it's going to start raining. And so it's probably going to be a wet pack up, unfortunately. But you never know, the weatherman's wrong most of the time. He seems to be remarkably accurate about bad weather and very inaccurate about good weather. It's funny that, isn't it? Anyway, well, I'll settle down, probably listen to some podcasts or something like that, and I'll see you in the morning. So I wish you good night. There's a moth just come in. Right, night night. Morning. Well, as you can hear, the weatherman was right. And it started raining very early hours of the morning. It started drizzling. But it was quite a warm night, so just in the last couple of hours I had to put my jacket on. And got to sleep about midnight. And to be honest, I slept pretty well. I think I woke up maybe 2 or 3 times. I certainly slept better than the last camp I was on. But anyway, I've got the kettle on. I'm going to make my own porridge. So I've got the porridge oats, milk powder, soft brown sugar, pinch of salt. And then I'll have a coffee as well. My dad's still asleep. Right. So, it's going to be a wet pack down, so I won't do it, well, I probably won't show you that. Unless I position the camera so it's not going to get soaked. Anyway, get on with this porridge.
Right, so we're all packed up, and well, we've left no trace, but someone shat under the staircase. Unbelievable, eh?
And I'm not going to move that.
And anyway, I'm taking that one with us. And it's definitely not a dog. Anyway, we'll end on a better note. I think that was a great spot for a wild camp.
Yep.
The weather was not too bad. It's obviously a bit drizzly this morning, but although it's stopped now, so we've left no trace, as I said. Thanks for watching if you've got this far. Any questions, comments, advice, please put them in the comments. I like answering them. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
See ya!